Guys, don't forget to subscribe and help the channel get to 150k subs. Welcome to FANS Wethu TV. It's the Betway Premiership. Kaizer Chiefs 0, Mamelodi Sundowns 0. I'm joined by the kid with no sense.
I think you didn't introduce me very well, Steve. By the way, I'm a log leader, Steve. You need to have respect for me, Steve. So you shall say a log leader, but because of time, Steve, fighting no one fixes African football, Steve. Not caring who says what, Steve. I think, man, coming to the game, I think the results, man, were not good for the game, Steve. I think there was a need for a goal in order for the game to be entertaining. But tactically wise, the game was very, very good, Steve. I think, what kills Sundowns, Steve, is the chop in and chop out of changes of coaches. Sundowns, since from Peter Musimani left, I think they have changed too much of the system, they have changed too much of the coaches. And change of coaches, ekawata the players in terms of system, because this coach comes and tell you need to play this way. This coach comes and change the system, needs to tell you need to play this way. So they're a little bit losing their rhythm, they're a little bit losing their system. I think Sundowns now is playing like an ordinary team. I don't think teams now going to play Sundowns, they're going to be scared of Sundowns, Steve. Yes, defensive wise today they played very well, Steve, where they had a Kaizer was done a good performance in terms of the Chen games, Steve, even in terms of AFCON, Steve, performed very well, Steve. He had a good game, not much of that good game for himself, not much of meeting his standards. But I think defense-wise, Sundowns was playing very, very, very well. In terms of Tapelo Morena, lack of match fitness, which was the question for him, but he came into the game, unfortunately didn't give you those runs going forward. But I think what kills Sundowns is when it comes to the progression stage, Steve. In the midfielder, they don't have a number 10. They don't have a creative number 10 who can be able to unlock the midfield, the defense of the other team. They were getting the ball, the progression stage in the midfield, but unfortunately they failed to break the defense the other team. So I think I'm questioning why above Flemingberg they let out the likes of Aboneo Maema, who we know very well that he can play that position and become creative, out. Where they let the likes of Tim Kosi-Lodge, whom Tim Kosi-Lodge is playing on the other side as a winger, but can still come into the middle and give you something, just like Ribeiro was playing as a winger but can give you something in the midfield. So Sundowns lacks creativity in the midfield, because you see Adams is playing sort of as at the back too much, Steve, giving you nothing, Steve. Umukwena again is playing a sort of a defensive midfielder. We know very well Umukwena is a defensive midfielder, and they were not playing the ball in the middle. The only player who was getting into the middle and tying, but unfortunately not giving you anything, was Sales, Steve. Sales, yes, performance-wise, Umjita has improved, doing very well. He can play through the tight spaces, Steve. In terms of ball control, it's good, Steve. Superba in terms of the runs, the cutting, Kopeli. But unfortunately, they need to be consistent with Umjita. Is Umjita playing a position number 10? Is Umjita playing as a winger, or is he playing as a striker? You need to be consistent, play him on one position. So they end up being forced to play him as a number 10 because of they don't have a player who can play that role that Ribeiro used to play back in the days of creativity there. So I don't know why they let Nomaema leave, they let Umjita Kosi-Lodge leave, Steve. I'm questioning that to Flemingberg. Again, Alain, the too much slow doesn't give you anything, Steve. Shapadi Tora's ball lost, Steve, playing in the two tight spaces, but going forward, there's no those passes. It gives you something to the box. Sundowns, in terms of progression, they go forward, but unfortunately after Kopeli, they don't have an option. What do? They have the strikers. Lebum Tiba, have the best strikers in the county still. Lebum Tiba, I mean the joint leading goal scorer in the county, all-time PSL goal scorer still in Peter Shaluli, but you still bench him. I question Okados on that one. Why benching Peter Shaluli? There was a point where you needed Peter Shaluli still to break that defense still. Play in that Peter Shaluli, yes, is going to play as a striker, but he's also going to give you something, maybe as a false 9 or that number 10 position, Steve. So they needed a Peter Shaluli type of player, Steve. I see the quality of a Krom Reyners, Steve, but the Krom Reyners at some point, man, Bamo Pocketa a lot, Steve. He's too much robotic or something. They cram him. I think Zitakonika, when he gets home today, Kara Pocketa, it's a wallet, it's a phone, it's Reyners, because he didn't give you something go forward, Steve. That's why you needed a Peter Shaluli. But I don't know what did Peter Shaluli do to Cardoso. I really don't know, Steve. But it's personal. Maybe Mkechi Musadi Archoda. So coming to Sundowns, man, I'm very, very disappointed with how they play, Steve. But in terms of Chiefs, I think they have came into the game, Steve, with that mentality of saying, we just want a draw from this game. A draw for us is a win, Steve. You saw them playing very Kokomara in terms of when the Sundowns was attacking. They had 5 at the back, where you see Umunyani is sort of pushing, but they have both Zitakwenik and there, and also pushing Babanka, Pasakama, Modi playing sort of as a fullback that side. But I think a good game in terms of Umjita or Umteta, Steve. He had a very, very good game. Unfortunately, Umteta won't give you those forward passes. That's why you saw Chiefs not getting the chances of going forward.
Yes.
It doesn't give you those forward passes that Mart used to give. Because Mart, there was those crossing balls, those diagonal crosses and everything. But Mteto, I think he had a good game, Steve. He managed to orchestrate the midfielder, the team. He managed to be a leader of the defense, the team. Managed to lead the defense, and he has done very well. I think it's a superb man of the match. He deserved the man of the match. Sidak Wenika also taking the role that Aiden McCarthy carried in the previous game. Played very well. He has mistakes there and there. And Pasaka Mark, I think the computer is still functioning very well, but there were viruses there and there. He was losing too many balls, Steve. So I think you need to fix on that thing, because of those balls, you might lose them crucially. They can get and recover and score a goal, Steve. But I don't think the defense, the Peterson was tested a lot today. I don't think he was very. He was not tested. Even in terms of the midfield, Steve, those passes gonna make, but there was a lack of creativity in that midfield, Steve. There was a lack of creativity. They were not giving anything in the middle. Going forward, Dubaman, the only thing that will tell you that we will need Netbank, but Umjita is not giving anything. It's Steve. Not giving anything going forward, Steve. He almost injured Osales, Steve. Sales today, Steve. It doesn't give you anything, man. To sharp, I hear some things. I want to go defense, maybe, but anything. But going forward, Umjita doesn't give you anything as sort of a striker, Steve. I think maybe, I don't know where Salvia, but I think Umjita is not giving anything. But Lilepo played very, very, very well today in terms of playing on that side, the cross into the box, Steve. That's why you tell us. The problem with Undo was also changing the defense. Was there any need to play Umudiba? Was there any need to bring in Umdunyela? There was nothing wrong with the defense, Steve. There was the need for you to bring attacking players like Abu Tiba, Abu Peter Shaluli, Steve. There was no need for you to bring those guys. Because if you saw about Mudiba, Cupido was a little bit struggling to cover the Basadin. Cupido was a little bit struggling to cover the position Mudiba on that other side, Steve. Lilepo was becoming dangerous and getting into those spaces, Steve. But anyways, congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs for the draw. I think they will celebrate. But by the way, Skukun is still leading the log 8 days in a row, Steve.
Thank you, Tips.
We are unremoved at the top, Steve.
Thank you, Tips.